Hello and welcome. My name is Paul. In this video, I'm going to do an update on US oil, WTI. So let's get to the chart and start looking at this. So from the high back in early March, we had a very quick three-wave correction. And I didn't think that was going to be all of the correction, that they would go up. Of course, it went up very high, almost broke that high that they set, and now we've come back down. So what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking is that they're making an ending diagonal because we got all the makings of, they're hitting all the targets so far for a diagonal. So came down in three waves here, April 7th. Three waves, corrected right into the 50 to 618 area in three waves. And now we've come down three waves and perfectly hit the top of the third wave target, which was down here. 79 could have come down to 72, but hit and kind of bounced pretty strong at the end of Friday. So we don't know if it's quite done yet because it's just a little three-wave move up, but it looks to me like either three is in or maybe they'll come down one more time, but we should be coming up into, well, as it stands right now, I've got to wait and see if they got one more low. But I would think that they'll be coming up for a fourth wave, and that should be targeting 89 all the way as high as 95. And if it comes up, then let me undo this here. If it comes up in three waves in here and then starts rolling over, it's going to give a real good indication that we're coming down it for the fifth wave. Now, the fifth wave target is way down here at 62, let's say 58, 59, somewhere down here. That's the target. Doesn't have to reach there, though. A lot of times the fifth wave doesn't reach that area, but they'll have to come and break that low that they set on Friday. So 78.97 will have to get taken out to confirm five waves. And then at that point, it looks like the correction could be done. I still think that this is really just, even though it got really impulsive at the end, obviously due to the war, but I can really only count five waves unless I miscounted something, because it looks like there was a leading diagonal up to this point, and then they corrected down, corrected up, and then corrected down, and then you got like a five wave strong move. So I think this was just three waves up, and so that's why I think this could be all like a three wave correction, and then we'll have to see if they're making a diagonal or if this is just a correction for them to still come all the way down and break 54, which I don't see when I look at the bigger picture. I think the correction is done. So yeah, for the longer term, I think we're eventually going to go back and break that high, because this is going to be a three-wave move up, and then this whole monster thing will be a three-wave move down. So we got to first confirm that we're going to get this fifth wave. There is the potential too that the three waves are in. So this will be three waves down, and that'll be W, and then this ABC will be the X wave, and all of this three waves, three there, three there, three there. That could be Y, and we're gonna go all the way up and break the high. That's a potential. So not until they break 95 very strong that I'd be leaning towards that then. But it should be coming up, if they're going to make this diagonal, should be coming up into this region and then roll over one more time. And I would assume that if they break the Friday low, 78.97, then why wouldn't they just come and also take out that low that they made March 10, which is 76.73. So they would probably just come and tag under there somewhere. got to be a few stop losses under there. So yeah, I think this area becomes really key to telling us what oil is going to do, this 89 to 95 range. If you get just like a 3-wave correction up into here, I think it could be rolling over then at that point. But if this really gets real strong, just, real straight up to 95 and higher, I think this correction could be over and oil could be going a lot higher. So obviously a lot is going to depend on this Iran, Strait of Hormuz. Is it over? Is it open? Ceasefire nonsense. When they decide to go one way or the other, obviously oil is going to go strong in one of those directions if it's open or they're going to resume fighting. So, but if nothing happens, then this will be an interesting place because you could roll over from here and break down here, but then under 76, I think oil then looks very interesting, at least for a correction upwards, if not to go and break the high. So let's see. I'm looking for a little bit higher into this range this week. Should happen this week. And then what's the reaction when it gets into here? Did they push real strong through 95, or does it kind of stall out and then start to roll over and come down for a 5th wave? I gotta admit, like if they come down for 5, so we already got 3. If they come up in 4 and then go down for 5, I think that makes trading oil so much easier because then this is a complete pattern. And then you're either going to get a big correction and still more down, or like I said, total upside. So, but it becomes very viable because you're at least going to get a bigger correction going up, something that is definitely viable. All right, that's what I see on oil. Hope it helps. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.